In the lifelong battle with the sea, there can only be one winner.
Oh dear.
For skippers Jimmy Buchan and Sandy Watt, a time of reckoning.
Cyclonic 7 increasing severe gale 9 beta, occasionally storm 10. South at 0.
With storms approaching in the North Sea, the fishing boat Fruitful Harvest heads for home.
Forties, easterly 6 to gale 8, occasionally severe gale 9, rain then showers.
A winter of bad weather and months of poor fishing have tested skipper Sandy Watt to the limit. He can't afford to take chances with his 30-year-old boat.
Probably should have replaced the vessel 10 years ago, but without having a son coming behind me, I just felt maybe we'll just have to stick with what we've got till we hang up our boots.
The skipper of the Amity is Sandy's best friend, Jimmy Buchan. Jimmy's been through the winter storms too.
The sea is a very powerful force. As a skipper and a fisherman, I have the greatest respect for the sea because so much of my colleagues have perished there, and you don't want to be one of them.
Forecasts warn Jimmy when bad weather's approaching. Other encounters at sea are less predictable.
Hello, Amity.
Fishery inspectors can board fishing boats without warning. Their job is to enforce the laws protecting fish stocks. They're looking for boats that break the rules.
Gotta get this logbook up to date before he boards. And with us being so busy, I ain't time to make it up yet. Welcome on board. Morning.
Jimmy must account for everything he's caught. The books and the catch must tally exactly.
46 plus 120.
14, 15, 16.
One mistake would be enough to get Jimmy prosecuted and the Amity impounded.
We've completed the inspection in the hold, and what's in the hold tallies with what's in the logbook. Over.
Everything is in order on Jimmy's boat. Jimmy's livelihood is prawns, and right now, prawns are plentiful. He sold some of his prawns to an Italian restaurant in Aberdeen. Jimmy and Sandy are out for the evening, along with their wives, Irene and Liz.
The right challenge here is to get my friend Sandy to eat it. Yep, it looks absolutely gorgeous. The taste half as good as it looks will be okay. You know what I mean, Jim?
It's only Jimmy who catches the prawns. Sandy fishes for haddock. Lately, it's not been going well, but he hasn't lost his passion for the sea.
I absolutely love the fishing. I mean, anything to do with fishing. It's just, I love my job. Couldn't see myself doing anything else. Just when you get a good haul, it's just nothing like it. Just fantastic. It just hasn't been happening for us these last 10 months, but it's got to change.
Sandy may not have caught much in recent times, but any skipper knows that fishing goes in cycles. Some years are good, and some are bad. The trick is knowing how to tough out the bad years. It wasn't long ago that Sandy was catching 10 times more fish than this.
2004, There was an unbelievable amount of fish about in 2004. 7th of December 2004. First haul, 172 boxes. Second haul, 56 boxes. Third haul, 62 boxes. Away home, 291. For 3 hauls. That's the way to go to sea. 2nd of December 2004. First haul, 229. Second haul, 49. Third haul, 40. Away in 360 boxes. That's an unbelievable amount of fish. I've never seen that before, and possibly won't see that again.
Jimmy's boat, the Amity, is only 30 miles from Sandy, and he just can't stop catching prawns.
There's a very, very big haul there today. We're going to be on deck all day again. I've never seen fishing like this before.
The crew have had little sleep in 3 days of dealing with the huge hauls of prawns. Jimmy has got to make the most of his luck.
Next week we could come out here, the sun could be high, it could be a strong tide, and we could do the same tow, and we're lucky if we get enough prawns to feed the crew. But as for now, fishing bonanza. Oh my God. Enough prawns in there to feed all of Africa, I would say.
Kevin is the first mate, Jimmy's right-hand man. So far, he's happy with the skipper's decisions.
We'll keep going the way we're going anyways. We'll have the boat full in another 2 days. So that's good for all. Especially Jimmy. Jimmy's very happy.
Times are not so good aboard the Fruitful Harvest. There's not much haddock, and what little there is small.
More for change, eh? Oh, yes. Good.
The boat's problems haven't deterred the youngest crewman.
Just ever since I've been a boy, I've always wanted to go to sea, and my dad had a fishing boat, so I've always wanted to always wanted to be a skipper as well, just got a business in the fishing again.
18-year-old John Duncan Campbell is one of the few young men in Peterhead who still choose to go to sea.
Most of my friends are at university or college or that, but they think I'm a bit daft really, and I'm not sure if they'd make very good fishermen, but I think they think I'm daft a bit. It's quite an important job, this, because this will determine what price you'll get for your fish. So I just try and straighten all the fish up, then put another layer of ice. Some lads just chuck the fish into the box anyway they want really, but I like to make sure it's straight, and I try to mark it as bonny as possible. Well, there you go, that's your box of fish there. It's beautiful.
It's still good times for the Amity. Amongst the prawns, there are other rich pickings.
From the halibut, boys. Prime halibut. Prime pots. 50 or 60 pounds up there. Another one over there as well. They're just beauties. The weight of the water. This halibut's worth about 100 quid.
Go gently on it, Dougie.
Step on very nearly 23 kilos.
That's 200 quid for the hell of it.
I'm gonna open up the belly on this halibut to see what he eats. A bit of an autopsy. Prawns that's in it. He must eat prawns.
So there's more than me likes prawns.
On the fruitful harvest, Sandy wants to help John all that he can. He decides it's time to give his deckhand a chance to skipper the boat.
I was lying last night in my bed and I just had a thought. I'll maybe let you have a chance to shoot the gear to it now for a haul or two today, see if you're happy enough doing that just to get a bit of experience.
Oh yeah, that'll be spot on, like. Oh, that'll be brilliant, like.
The more experience you can get in, the better, and if you're happy to do it, well, that's good. At least if we don't catch any fish, we'll know who to blame. Okay.
With the skipper out of the picture, John will be in total control of Sandy's pride and joy.
Okay, we're cool.
Right, so, Sandy! What are you doing?
Well, we'll just shoot in the net 4 or 5 minutes. I haven't done that for years. Hope I don't make a blunder.
John's job is to keep the boat going at the right speed and in the right direction. Sandy and the crew make sure the nets leave the boat correctly.
Leave it. Oh, hit it back!
It's hard for Sandy to stop being the skipper. The nets have been shot successfully.
Could have gone a lot worse, I suppose. So it was alright.
Cool, I managed, I'm chuffed.
Oh, I was a bit nervous, but you forget. I forgot about all the nervousness, like you said, the date, I suppose.
John's got the first part of the job done, but there's a lot still to come. On the Amity, another surprise visitor.
Catfish. They're very sharp teeth on them. Look at that. I suppose you could a proper one, a proper fishmonger, right? I've never really seen a catfish for sale. Like, I think if somebody's seen that, I think they'd pass by it. I don't think they'd buy it. Would you eat catfish? Ah!
It's time to hook the marker boy back on board. They can't retrieve the nets without getting this right.
It looks like Sonny's got to be throwing a creeper. So he's saying he's been doing it for a long time. So we'll let us see what happens.
John has to steer the boat perfectly to give Sandy any chance of recovering the marker boy.
John! You're going down! Oh, it's okay, square up!
Whilst controlling the boat, John has to allow for the drift of the marker boy.
John! John! Get a quick number here!
gets it spot on.
Oh, and went alright, so could have gone a lot worse. Oh,
Sandy is just about coping with life as a deckhand. So far, so good for John in his new job, but the riskiest bit, hauling in the nets, is yet to come.
I think this might be a bit harder, I think, just because you've got to watch for a net going into the propeller, so and if that happens, that will be a nightmare.
Like all first mates, Kevin has a special relationship with his skipper.
I've been with Jimmy the last 7 years, 8 years maybe. He's easy going, Jimmy's very easy going, he doesn't shout or bawl. That's why he's got the same crew with him for a lot of years. Other boats I see crew changing all the time. It's whether they're lazy or else the skipper is a bit of a pain. It's one or the other. The odd time he might get excited about something, but we'll just shout back at him as well. He doesn't get it all his way all the time.
Kevin's just a very nice guy. He had a brief encounter when he left for 3 months, went to another boat, and he didn't like it. And it was just by chance I met his wife, and she says, well, he wasn't happy. And I says, well, my phone's always there, and the next week he phones me and he'll come back. I admire him for doing that, because to leave someone and then come back shows that he wants to work for you.
It's all to do with taking a gamble in life, and Jimmy took that gamble, same as any other skipper did, and worked for them. So will I take that gamble? I don't think I've got the confidence in myself to be in the wheelhouse.
It's time to haul in the catch on Fruitful Harvest. If John gets this wrong, the nets could foul the propeller and leave the boat stranded.
You've got to try and get a wind at the sideline, John, so try and get her there. Okay, not bad, boy. Okay? Another blanket in case fatigue sets in.
See if you can get hauling tails for it. Yeah.
No, just take it off a slow, 10 tops a minute, but sometimes they go fast in the hoose here, nothing if you let it pull down. But just take it for a deed slow, Ken.
You've got a lot of things to look out for, Ken. I could let us break right off, and the reel would spin so fast that the rope would go like over the side of the reel itself. Ken, there's just so much things. There's so much things you could do, and it could go pear-shaped, Ken. I've got to try and do it exactly the way it fits on his tilt now, Ken. If I didn't, then we'll just end up in a mess.
Guys, stop the heat! Stop the reels! Stop the heat!
The nets are getting close to the propeller. This is where it could all go wrong.
So far, so good.
John's growing in confidence. He's had 2 hours as a first-time skipper. He's made no mistakes.
I'm glad nothing went wrong, Ken, because that would have been a disaster. But yeah, nothing's went wrong, so I'm fine pleased. Like.
You'll notice Ben tonight and I think maybe a bit more about it. Maybe one day won't find it so funny that there's no fashion is getting a good laugh at the skipper. Oh, you just learn as you're going along, so he'll
He'll have quite a lot today.
I've learnt a lot just about the boat and how it handles and just how the machinery handles in. So I've learnt a fearsome lot today, and it's not easy. It's really not easy, like.
Jimmy and the crew have almost filled Amity's hold. He's starting to think of home.
Only a face a mother could love looking back at me.
The crew know their skipper's habits.
He usually tells us to haul before when we're going to be heading ashore.
Start singing a lot, whistling. You see him getting all excited. And shaving. You smell him. We always fancy deodorants on, coming out through the porthole.
Get the whiff of detergent going through my nose. He must be cleaning the wheelhouse. So that's a sign telling us we're going home after this haul. He usually doesn't tell us in the very end, like, but he'll probably come out during this haul and tell us, "Hey, no, boys, this is the last haul. Ha ha ha."
He makes such a mess of it. Spilling cups of tea and chocolate biscuits, crumbs all over the place. That's how he's going to clean it. Sandwiches on the floor and stuff like that, okay?
Maybe if I make too good a job here, Irene will expect me to do it at home as well.
If Irene's phones in tonight and he hears Irene's voice, we'll be aware of it. So don't ever resist Irene's voice. Irene picks up the phone and says, "What's happening, James? See you in the morning."
It's been another bad trip for the Fruitful Harvest. They've returned to port with just 50 boxes of fish. Not enough. Sandy's got to work out how to stop his mounting losses. There is another way that some fishing boats get by in lean times. Oil companies pay boats to guard against other trawlers damaging their pipelines. It's guaranteed cash, but it's not fishing. Sandy's decided to let the Fruitful Harvest go on an oil job without him.
His boats have only ever been out since I went skipper maybe 3 times with me not present. And you tend to worry about the boat all the time. But this is why I'm doing this maintenance. We'll do this and just get everything that I feel possible to make their lives easier.
Jimmy's landed his huge haul of prawns. He's looking forward to a big payday.
That's us been back in Peterhead for less than an hour. The prawns are being processed. Everybody's going full speed. Probably within another hour they're going to be out that door and on their way to Europe for someone to enjoy.
The time has arrived for the Fruitful Harvest to leave port and head for the oil rigs.
Hey, where's Grandis boy? I'm going to be babysitting for the next.
Sandy's brought his daughter and grandson to help keep his spirits up.
This is actually the only fishing they'll be doing for the next 14 days. So. This is for John. He comes fishing with me when we're not at sea fishing. He goes fishing on shore. Well, John, I took Doomer out as well, so that's fine. Let's actually
Twin rig.
Twin rig, yes.
I think he definitely needs a break. He's been quite stressed out. He's got a really good crew for the first time in a long time, and he wants to hang on to them. So I think it'll be good for him to get a break. Although I'll be watching this one for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, this is not a good feeling. Oh dear. I think I'm going to cry. Right, see Gran this boat. Here we go. We're moving. Really quite sad at the minute. It's just
At the restaurant, they're discussing how much longer Jimmy and Sandy will go to sea.
I never really thought about stopping in a stall, wouldn't I say I'm thinking much about it. In fact, I'm probably thinking about it less now with young John being aboard the boat.
At 47, Jimmy is younger than Sandy. Even so, Irene has doubts about his commitment to fishing.
You said you could stop at 40. Then he says it's got a 45. I know you're probably looking at 50. Me personally, I don't think he'll go as long as 50. Honestly. I don't think so. I think he'll get back up really soon.
Just weeks later, Jimmy's still taking the Amity out to sea. It's a different story on Fruitful Harvest. But poor fishing has led to Sandy losing half his crew. For boats like Fruitful Harvest, it's harder and harder to compete with modern vessels. Sandy's had to face facts. After more than 30 years at sea, he's decided to pack up fishing for good.
I spoke to the skipper a few years ago, and it says, I talked about retiring, and he says, you can't think of retiring yet, you're a young man. And I says, well, when do you know? He says, when you're not going to sea with a passion. And I says, yes, but when's that? He says, you will know. I've been aboard this 27 years. I mean, that's a lot of my life. This boat is more than a business. This boat is an extension of me. I mean, this boat is everything. I can hardly speak about it. It's just been my whole life, and I mean, to turn your back at something you love is it's not easy.
10 years ago, almost 500 trawlers were working from these ports. Today, more than half those skippers have been forced to give up their way of life. Barely 200 are still fishing, like their fathers, and their grandfathers, and their forefathers who founded the fishing communities in which they live. The trawlermen brave the wildest weather and the fiercest seas. They enjoy the good times and endure the hard times, all to bring fish to the